guys, welcome back to my channel. For those of you who are new here, my name is Grace. I have been a weight loss, fitness, figuring things out in their 30s type of content creator. Most of the content I've been putting out has been a lot of what I've been doing in the gym, but what you just saw was me going on a run. That was my long run of the week, doing 6 miles this morning. I have switched from doing more of a weightlifting focused workout regimen to now solely doing running. This decision was made basically because my gym, while it was really nice to use it at the time, has become a bit crowded over the past year, and it's been getting harder and harder to make it in there and actually use equipment. It just wasn't worth, you know, fighting for spaces in the parking lot, waiting as long as I would have to use the equipment I needed. I've pivoted, and I know that running has kind of entered the fitness space a lot recently. There's a lot of people who were mainly doing weightlifting and have transitioned more into like running or hybrid training. While content like that has been becoming really super trendy lately, it's still something that I really enjoy. I used to be a runner back in my days doing grad school. I was studying abroad in England, and that's where I really picked up running for the first time. I was at my heaviest when I first went over there, and I lost about 30-40 pounds by running when I lived in the UK. I find myself kind of in the same boat now, where I have put on weight since returning to the States. This is something that I've been kind of struggling with for years at this point. Found it to be challenging. That's part of the reason for this channel in the first place. I'm just kind of documenting, you know, what I'm finding works and what doesn't. But yeah, I am training for a half marathon in September. It's late June now, which means that I only have really a couple months to finish preparing for this half marathon, but I have been running consistently for the past couple months. My endurance, I would say, is pretty good. I'm getting back up to being able to run long distances. I typically run 4 to 5 times a week, so most of those runs average about 3 to 4 miles, and then my longer runs are more around 6 or 7 miles. I'm not really going for pace or speed for my first half marathon. I really just kind of am going in with the goal of finishing it with running the whole time without really needing to stop or recover. And so a lot of my upcoming content is going to be around me testing things out. I have only recently started trying to use gels and goos and energy bites while on my longer runs. I'm finding what equipment works for me. I'm finding what footwear, what shoes work for me. So in future videos, I'll be kind of reviewing some of my favorites. But this video, I just kind of wanted to check in because it's been a long time, and I didn't want to lose the momentum I had when I was posting more regularly. There have been a couple false starts in the way of my starting to film again for YouTube, but ultimately, since I lost my job and I started a new one in the past couple months, I have been really busy, and I've been finding that establishing a routine around my new schedule, my new hours, has been a little bit different. I'm really enjoying my new job right now. I'm definitely in a better headspace than I was a few months ago when things were a little uncertain. Overall, things are a lot better. It's just been, like I said, kind of busy. Outside of work and outside of the running and fitness space, I've also been kind of engaging in more hobbies. This is what I'm working on right now. I'm a little afraid of breaking this. It's very delicate. I started this yesterday. I was hopeful and optimistic that I would be able to finish it in one day. This is my first build, by the way. I have not attempted something like this before. I'm going to be getting more building sets, but this is what it's gonna look like when it's all done. Yeah, that's gonna be what I try to do today. Lastly, kind of my ongoing hobby that I've been doing, I've gotten into embroidery. This I knocked out a few months ago. During my unemployment, I just watched a lot of videos on TikTok and learned different types of stitches, different ways to make flowers. Went to Michael's, got a loom, got a hoop on a whim. This is the piece that I'm working on right now. It's very much still in progress. This has been months of work in the making as well. I get the idea in my head, I make a drawing, and then I trace that onto fabric that I then stretch and start to stitch over. It's been kind of an intuitive hobby. I would say that this one's been pretty easy for me to get into. I went to art school for photography, but one of my favorite pastimes has been drawing, and so getting into that kind of hobby again, I would say that embroidery is like kind of a subgenre of drawing. I stepped outside because the light is a lot better out here than it is in the house at this hour, but I managed to finish it in 2 days. So does that count as a speed build? Not sure. Yeah, pretty darn proud. This is really cool, and I kept breaking it like throughout the whole process, so better go put this away.